Forget about those gyoza dumplings. Forget about those Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese dumplings. If you have ricotta and spinach dumplings in the fridge, please, no. The only dumplings you need to know are these strawberry dumplings. These strawberry dumplings are a Czech cuisine. This recipe is from my auntie who lives in the heart of Czech Republic, and anytime I went and visit her, she would make me these dumplings because she knows that I love them, and it's a very popular dish. You can eat it as a main dish or a dessert dish. There is a fresh strawberry in these dumplings topped with sweet and sour cream and a delicious strawberry sauce. And stay tuned because I will tell you the trick to keep your dumplings fluffy and plump. You don't want to miss it. So in this video, I want to walk you through step by step how to make these delicious dumplings, and trust me, they are easier than you think. And as I mentioned before, these are the only dumplings you need to eat. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Bianca. I make food related videos, so if you're interested, please subscribe. Anyways, let's get to making these strawberry dumplings. So first things first, I'm going to turn the oven on to about 100 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll turn it off. In a bowl, you're going to add 21 grams of fresh yeast. Now, if you don't know what fresh yeast is or you've never seen it before, it's pretty much just a block of fresh yeast cells that contains about 70% moisture. Fresh yeast is commonly used by professional bakers. Now, the reason why I'm using fresh yeast over dry yeast, fresh yeast can give a better texture and a better flavor to the dough. Now, can you use dry yeast? Absolutely. You can just use 7 grams of dry yeast and that will work just fine. You're going to add 1 teaspoon of flour and 1 teaspoon of sugar. You also need 100 mils of lukewarm milk. So I'm going to warm the milk up in the microwave. Now be careful, you don't want your milk too hot because that can actually kill the yeast. So you add your lukewarm milk to the yeast and you're going to mix that well and just let it to rest for about 10 minutes. In a big bowl, you're going to add 500 grams of flour. Make a well in the middle. You can add 1 egg and a pinch of salt. Using a spatula, you're going to start mixing that mixture and then slowly pouring the milk as you mix. You're then going to add the yeast, and then this is where I probably start using my hands, and you're just going to knead it into a ball. Now this mixture needs to be firm but also soft, so you add milk or flour, whichever is needed. Now, once you've kneaded it into a bowl, you're going to cover that up and pop it into your warm oven. Now, don't do the mistake that I've done and just pop a towel over the bowl because a skin did form and you don't really want that. So popping cling wrap and a rubber band over it just to make sure it's all sealed, that's ideal. So you want your dough to double in size, and for me, in my oven, that took about 40 minutes. While your dough is rising, this is when you can make that delicious strawberry sauce and get your sour cream ready. So in total, you approximately need about 1 kilograms of strawberries. Remembering to give your strawberries a good rinse, and then after that, you're going to chop up some strawberries and pop it in the blender. I'm using about 500 grams of strawberries for this strawberry sauce. Make sure you do have some strawberries on the side to add into the dumpling. So just remember, not all the strawberries are going to be in the strawberry sauce. So using a blender, you're going to blend those strawberries into a coarse sauce, and then you're going to add about 3 tablespoons of sugar. Really, it is up to your taste. If you want it to be more sweet or less sweet, totally up to you. And then that's it. It really is that simple and it's super delicious. So you're going to pop that aside. Now for the sweet and sour cream, it's easy as just buying your Lite sour cream from your local supermarket and then adding about 2 tablespoons of sugar, or it really, again, it depends on how sweet you want your sour cream to be. So totally up to you. And then you mix that all well together and there you have it. You have your sour cream and your strawberry sauce ready to go. Pop that in the fridge while you continue on with your dough. So hopefully by now you were able to clean your kitchen after making the strawberry sauce, the sour cream sauce, and you're ready to roll out your dough. So Once your dough is risen, it's doubled in size, you're going to roll it out to about 1 centimeter high, or or 0.7 centimeters high. And then you're going to cut it into squares and triangles, just like you see how I've done it here. On each of these squares/triangles, you're going to add maybe about half a teaspoon of white sugar on each of them with a strawberry. Now, the size of the strawberry depends on the size of the square or triangle, so just be aware of that. And then you're going to wrap the dough around the strawberry, just like what I've done here. And then with your fingers, you're just going to press the ends down and making sure it's just fully closed. And you're going to do that with the rest of the dumplings. Now, you'll need the biggest pot in the kitchen you can find. You're going to fill it up with water and then get it up to boiling point. Once that water is boiling, you're going to add your dumplings. Now, in my pot, it fit around 5/6. You don't want to overcrowd it, just because these dumplings are going to expand. So they need room to breathe as they are expanding. So you're going to leave the dumplings in for about 6 to 8 minutes. Once you see that they have expanded to a good size, a fluffy ball, you're going to get them out. Now, here is the trick to keep your dumplings fluffy and to avoid them shrinking back. You're going to grab a toothpick or any sharp object, and as soon as you take the dumpling out, you're going to prick the dumpling several times, and that's just going to keep that dumpling fluffy and big, and I promise you it won't shrink. So you're going to repeat that until you've boiled all your dumplings. So now this is the best part. You've got your dumplings, you've got your sweet and sour cream, and you've got that delicious strawberry sauce. You're first going to add the sweet and sour cream, and then you're going to add the strawberry sauce. Now, I must admit, when I was filming this was one of the last dumplings, and yes, I'll be needing to blend a few more strawberries after this for the last remaining dumplings. Now, I know traditionally some people pour melted butter on the dumplings. That's an option. I just choose just to skip this option, just to keep it simple. I mean, I don't think it's missing anything. Again, if you like it more sweet, you can add more sugar or some icing sugar as well. And do you know what? My husband even ate it with ice cream, so you can even give that a go. So if you're like me and love strawberries, this is a dish you totally need to try. So go ahead. The recipe is in the description for you to have and enjoy.